Sweatpants Avenue.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Sklar Country, the virus edition, a.k.a. the Pandy Pods.
A.k.a. Two Jews, no harm in Killabrews.
I got some old ones, a.k.a. neither student nor master, because they lost Blackmore Stratocaster, Kurt Seance. Kurt Seance, thank you very much. How about this? Two bros that keep you on your toes, stand up to their anti-mask foes, too legit to quit. What part of socially distancing don't you get? Brian Mateo Venegas, the third,
with the win.
with the
Victory.
win. Guys, good stuff today. We are knocking these things out, hoping to get you just some good stories that can get you through. We've got some fun ones today. Let's jump into it right away as we start. And let's hearken back to that crazy guy shooting through his own windshield.
Right.
A
so this
dumbass.
is a story we covered on here. A guy who, by his own account, by the account of the passenger in his car,
His passenger or his buddy was like, what are you doing? A guy rolls up to him in a Nissan, I don't know, 380.
Z300 or
Fine.
something.
And shows a gun. He didn't shoot at him. He flashes got a gun and then cuts him off and then drives away. This guy, to get back at him.
This is, by the way, after the main guy who ends up shooting through his windshield stops him real quickly,
and
stops
the guy
short, and the
bumps
guy
into
hit him from behind.
Fine. So he shows him a gun and moves forward, and then this guy shoots at the guy through his own windshield, shattering his own windshield. And we went on social media on this podcast, and we put the clip up saying the guy's a dummy and he shouldn't own a gun.
He even said it wasn't even his best moment in an interview. He
Fine.
said it wasn't a smart moment.
Fine. And then we got a ton of grief.
attacked by gun enthusiasts and fans who were like,
take down the video.
take down the video. And they pressured us, and we felt heat, and it got 1 million views on TikTok. And
Which we were like, this isn't the one we want to get 1 million views, but it did. And
they said, take it down. And we felt the pressure and also the fear, because so it's one thing to get pressure from people who, you know, just don't like you and tell you that you're
not
suck.
funny.
It's another thing to get pressure from people who have guns,
who are armed,
who aren't afraid to arm up and try to intimidate and bully you. And
look at the people that stood outside Jocelyn Benson's house. Okay. That's scary as shit because they're armed and they're crazy. So it was a crazy moment, but we left it up. We took the comments down so we wouldn't have to see all that stuff, but we left the video up, and I'm glad we did.
Right. And I would say that, to be honest, we've been reticent to take on the issue again.
That's right.
When we see a gun.
And that's how bullying works. They bully you into, and it maybe doesn't affect that one moment, but maybe in the future you're like, yeah, we don't need to cover this.
Yeah. Except we got a story that came through our crosshairs that is
about a dummy with a gun who
that you can't argue for this guy ever in any way.
He is an idiot. And let's make the distinction. If you're a responsible gun owner, fine. This is not responsible.
Responsible gun owners will be mad at this guy and will understand this stupidity.
You should be upset that this guy has a gun and people even associate him with you.
A man adjusting his pants.
What does that mean?
In Atlanta at a mall caused a gun to discharge Saturday evening, causing shoppers to run for cover, authorities said.
And that's not a euphemism for an ejaculation of any
adjusting
sort.
his pants.
Right.
No.
He's an ejaculation.
This might be the only time we did wish that a guy was ejaculating in his pants in public.
I think it would make people run for cover nonetheless.
Agreed. According to Atlanta police, the gun went off inside a Neiman Marcus store in Lenox Square.
What?
Plaxburris doing some shopping?
Maybe.
Some Christmas holiday
Maybe
shopping?
get that Christmas list down.
How much do you want to bet this guy remembered the gun but forgot his mask?
Oh, hell yes. Strapped to the hilt, but not really strapped because he just threw it in the sweatpants.
But so he remembered the gun but forgot to put the safety on the gun.
Sure.
At this point...
Remember to go to the store but forgot to put the safety on his face.
And at this point in the world, do we really need to be in the store shopping now in this moment?
Online, bro. It's so easy.
It's so easy.
Neiman Marcus has
an online. You can put a gun
online.
in your hand and aim it at the sky while you're online.
Blow
one cares.
out your walls, for
You don't even have
Christ's
to be
sake.
wearing pants.
That's right.
And this is as good a time as ever to, I think, go over some gun pants safety do's and don'ts.
Okay.
Do not try and keep a gun in a pair of sweatpants.
I know we're becoming more casual as a society, and some sweatpants, they look a little nicer.
And the pandemic has pushed us over the sweatpant cliff.
I will say this. The Faraday Legend sweatpants are the most comfortable
Do you
things
have
ever.
them now too?
They're on my list.
I got them, and I love them.
They're on my Hanukkah list.
Remember when people used to wear suits to movies, to the movie theater? They would wear
suits on a plane.
I said incredulously, Well, soon we're going to be saying the same thing about jeans.
Yep.
We're going to be like, hey, remember when people used to wear jeans to the club?
Nope. It's all sweatpants now, buh.
Secondly, you can't wear loose-fitting jeans when you're bringing your gun to the store with you without a holster and without the safety on.
You can't.
Slim jeans, maybe.
Skinny jeans, definitely.
But a straight leg baggy jean?
No, you can't do that. Can't do that.
You're just asking for that thing to go off in a Neiman Marcus.
That's right. Why are you strapped in a Neiman Marcus? Who's going to step to you in a way where you need to, where gunplay is going to come into place at a Neiman Marcus?
Okay, so that's a good point to make, Rand. Let's talk about the kind of stores you can or cannot bring a gun to. Neiman Marcus does not feel like the kind of store you should bring a gun to.
Right.
Feels too nice.
Barney's? No.
Costco? Gun.
Maybe, yeah.
Yes, I would say, yeah. Best Buy?
No. Spencer Gifts? Fine.
There are going to be assholes in there. That's fine. That makes sense. Walmart?
No need. They've got them on the walls. Just pull one down and shoot whoever you want.
Macy's?
We're not saying that, by the way.
Macy's, absolutely. You're going to need a gun in Macy's.
Bloomingdale's?
Surprisingly, no. Some people say Macy's and Bloomingdale's are two ends of the same coin.
We'll draw the line for you.
Officers were called to the Buckhead area. We've been to the Buckhead area.
Sure.
Shortly after 6 p.m., after dispatchers received several 911 calls about gunshots coming from inside the department store. That is terrifying. When you hear about gunshots, that's terrifying.
I mean, I'm thinking of El Paso, and I'm like, this is the worst.
You're just out. You're trying to get COVID by shopping for the holidays in a busy mall.
You don't want to get shot. You only want to get a disease that will slowly kill you.
Just tempting death by putting yourself in a dangerous situation.
And suddenly find yourself in a dangerous situation.
You're like, what's going on here? I just wanted to get a pandemic. I just wanted to get a disease. And all of a sudden now I'm getting shot at?
My first thought would have been, okay, someone finally had it with people telling them to wear a mask.
Yes.
So someone told them to wear a mask.
They pulled out a gun and said, not
shooting.
today.
That's
shooting.
right.
Witnesses initially indicated there may have been a dispute occurring between two individuals when they heard a shot fired because people who are out shopping at a mall
are ready to fight.
And also, they're not the brightest folks.
No,
don't say this was an altercation with other people if you don't know.
Right.
Because now you're putting out there wrong information.
That's right.
These are misinformation. These people live on misinformation. They're out with no masks, or they're out in public shopping right now at a time when we should probably be home.
It's a misinformation situation.
They're just people who like to hear themselves talk.
They have YouTube channels with 11 subscribers, which is slightly less than us, which, by the way, join our YouTube page.
Sklar Country on YouTube.
There you go.
However, officers have uncovered additional information showing that there was no dispute related to this. Instead, a male was walking through the store and adjusting his pants when the firearm he had in his
waistband discharged.
Boom.
There you
it.
go. The old mid-store pant adjustment.
It appears that the shot was accidental and no one was injured by the bullet, thank God.
Unless he was really mad at his pants. Maybe he wanted
for having to adjust them so much.
Maybe he wanted to fire a hole in those, loosen them up a little bit.
Take that, oversized jeans.
I hate pants. I hate these stupid pants.
Karate Kid. According to the police, the gun owner ran from the mall and has not been located.
Yeah.
That's not cowardly at all.
No, you have a gun. You're a
Shoot
tough
your gun
guy.
off at the floor and then flee the scene.
Yeah.
The police continued with their release after he did his release.
Full release.
We urge gun owners to be responsible, and we would be remiss if we didn't recommend that they leave their firearms at home while they are out shopping in public areas.
Yeah, what are you expecting, again, to happen at Neiman Marcus? I'll bring that question up again.
Someone is going to try and scam you on the sales task, and you're like, not today.
You're going to have to get in someone's face over the last Ralph Lauren cable knit sweater. Is that what's going to happen?
In your size, yeah. Instances like this are unacceptable, and we expect more from those who choose to carry firearms.
Maybe we can start having a gun check at Neiman Marcus. You got to check. Sometimes you got to check your bag.
So check your gun here.
Gun check.
We'll give you a number, and then you can come back and get it. And if you're misbehaving in the store, we can use your gun on you.
That's right.
Or they could put a target range in the basement.
There you go.
This might be the solution to bringing the guns to the store.
This is it.
So men or women, I'm not going to make this a gender-specific thing.
Men or women who don't want to be with their partner who is shopping for clothes.
I guarantee you there are women out there who are in a relationship with a man who loves to shop for their clothing.
And
these women don't want to be at the mall. Whether they like shopping or not, they don't want to sit around while he tries on 85
I don't want to watch you try all this stuff on.
There are definitely men who have women in their lives who are also in the same boat. They don't want to be...
Would you rather sit in a big chair, go in the basement and work on your target practice?
That's right. Again, cannot stress enough that we are not saying that people shouldn't own guns.
We're saying if you're responsible and you pass all the qualifications, and they should be stiff.
Right. And so if your
It's different than the leg on this guy's pants.
well, if your gun goes off in your pants while you're trying to adjust them in a Neiman Marcus,
you lose your right.
You forfeit your right to own a gun.
You lose your right to own a gun.
You weren't safe with it. You lost your privileges.
Yeah, it's a privilege, not a right.
Then when someone else wants to throw on some sweatpants and put their gun in their waistband with no safety on,
They'll think twice. Hey, maybe I should lock this thing down or else I lose it. There's something to lose.
By the way, responsible gun owners should want these kind of restrictions.
Yes.
Like, that's what I don't understand about people being so afraid of.
You're protecting the worst element of your group.
Because never in a million years would people we know who are responsible gun owners,
and we know people who own guns,
make that mistake.
No.
Yes, fine. No one was hurt. That's why this person isn't going to do like a long jail stint.
No.
But take away his gun forever.
Yep.
This guy, or make him have to earn it back. Not saying all gun owners. We cannot stress that enough. And so no one misconstrue what we're saying.
Right.
We're saying if your gun goes off in your sweatpants because you're an idiot.
At a Neiman's Marcus, because Neiman's Marcus.
Neiman's
at
Marcus.
At the Lehman's Neesons. At a Neiman's Marcus's, then you lose your right. Boom.
And of course, by the way, it's a man who did this.
Of course.
It's not a woman.
No. At least she knows to keep it in her purse with the safety on.
Come on, fellas. Seriously, you're not making it any easier out there for women who are like, men are like, duh. No. This is a duh moment.
Right.
You've put it out there. Now you're sort of encouraging a stereotype of dumb male behavior.
She is either going to put it in her purse with the safety on or give it to her 6-year-old to hold to throw in the bushes when she takes her kids at Disneyland.
There you go. There it is. That's the first story.
First story down in the books. When we come back, we
keep it in your pants.
We don't talk a lot of sports on this podcast because we do that on our other podcast, but there's a national anthem singer in Canada that deserves to be roasted.
Oh, Canada.
See you on the other side of the break. Hey guys, welcome back to the show. This weekend, we've got just a handful of tickets left. We opened up a few more tickets. Low ticket alert for the live Dumb People Town Saturday night. Can't wait. Gareth Reynolds, Dave Anthony of the Dollop. It's Dollop People Town. Mac Lethal is doing the music. He's going to write his own, hopefully his own rap to the new theme song of Dumb People Town. Can't wait for him to do it.
Maybe it'll become the new theme song of
Look, man, I can't wait. It's so cool. First of all, props to Matt Crocco, who wrote all the music for Cheap Seats.
All the little ditties, all the little jingles.
What to look for and what got cut, and actually the Cheap Seats.
Which, by the way, my son loves those so much.
So those little ditties, he wrote those, and he wrote the theme song to Dumb People Town. So it's fun to hear like Amy Mann or Dave Longstreth, the lead singer of Dirty Projectors, Pete Yorn, do their version of Mike Doty, do his version of Tennis, do their version of the Dumb People Down theme song. We've never had a rapper do it. Mac Lethal, love him, can't wait. So get your tickets at eventbrite.com, look up Live Dumb People Town. There's some Ticket Plus and some couples left and a couple of groups left. Get them now. All right.
Let's do it.
Let's jump into this. So, like we said before the break, we don't do much sports on this pod. We do another podcast. If you like sports and you don't know our other podcast, please check it out. It's called View from the Cheap Seats. It's our look at sports
sort
every
of the
week.
Dumb behavior mixed in with the main topics that are happening that week.
It feels very much on point here, and we don't like to mix the two. However, there are
moments when people in the sports world behave so stupidly and their pandemic related stupidity means we got to talk about it.
It fell right into the breadbasket, so to speak, so we're going to cover it here. And when we say sports, we aren't going to go into the intricacies of the run pass option in college football.
RPO.
Here, okay? We're not going to do that.
Or the blue line trap.
How the blue line trap ruined hockey in the late 90s. Okay, we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about we are going to talk about hockey, kind of.
Oh, yeah.
A Canadian national anthem singer, Mark Donnelly, who got a little too far over his skates, Jay. And he had a terrible fall. And this is a guy who knows about falling down. Let's get into it.
While he's on his skates.
Let's get into it. Here we go. The Vancouver Canucks have dumped their national anthem singer over his decision to perform at a rally protesting COVID-19 restrictions in a British Columbia province in Canada.
In the British Columbia province in Canada.
Yeah, when you're singing, you're not really expectorating anything. There's no droplets coming out when you open your mouth and put volume out into the world. So,
yeah, it's just science, right?
It's just science. I mean, to me, this whole situation, I'm going to say this right now, is like meeting someone at a wedding. You see a guy, He's in a tux. He looks sharp.
But you've never seen him dressed in his own clothes.
So you agree to go out on a date with him, and then he shows up and he's wearing mom jeans with pleats.
Unironically.
And he believes in wild conspiracy theories and is anti-abortion. In other words, he will never pay for his mistakes. That's who this guy is. And you didn't realize that when you saw him in a tux because he looked like everybody else.
That's right.
You should have known that he was wearing tails. He's not part of the music. He loves to just flip the tails back over a piano and start playing.
And he isn't a musician.
News of the singer's involvement was first confirmed by the Vancouver Sun, and his firing was announced by the team owner through a tweet. This is the most gangster thing ever. Yeah, you found out exactly who this dude was.
That's right.
Although you should have already known by now. All right, so a lot of this is on the Canucks as well. However, the way they handled
they should have known who this guy was from the get.
Mark Donnelly, the singer at the center of the controversy, was set to perform the Canadian national anthem as well as one other song. What other song is he going to perform there? Let me guess. The other song was about how flat the earth is, right?
Yeah, or something by Bon Jovi.
Or it has a verse in it about how citizens of a country vote for someone and then their vote doesn't count.
Yeah.
Is that maybe what it is?
Yeah.
When Donnelly's slot at the rally was revealed, the Canucks owner, Francesco Acchini, tweeted out the story telling the publication to change their headline. It was a great tweet. I have to give him credit for that because it seems like this is the way Mark Donnelly found out he was fired too. Do you understand? So he tweeted out, you should change your headline to former national anthem singer of the Canucks. That's what the owner said. This is the guy that has the power to hire or fire you. And he said, hey, you should probably change your headline to former. That's just brilliant to me. I love that.
Solid
Not good,
troll.
Donnelly.
That's a solid troll.
Donnelly, you effed up, and this is what happened. The Vancouver Sun reports that the team officials confirmed the owner's decision made on Friday. In a statement to the CBC, the Canucks spokesperson wrote, you are safe to say his days are over.
Wow, his days are over is like so dark, too. That's deep.
They should be over. At this point.
Probably will be the way he's behaving.
Which is the Canadian way of saying, yeah, his ass is gone.
Yeah, we got rid of him.
Like a bunch of wild-caught coho salmon off Vancouver Island.
He's like a can of Molson Golden.
Residents in British Columbia are currently under stay-at-home orders. So it's bad up there, guys.
Province-wide mask mandate. It's all there. This guy's ignoring it.
So why not sing at a maskless rally, you dumb idiot? Again, you may think, like, this is the type of guy that, like, thinks, okay, if you're a person and you think that sexually harassing a woman is cool, it doesn't make it cool. It's wrong.
Just because you think it's right doesn't make it right.
If you think it's right, guess what? Your job can fire you for it. Okay? If you go in and pat someone on the ass in the break room, you're going to get fired. And if you think stealing office supplies is okay, they're not going to miss these pens, whatever, and you get caught, you get fired. This is part of your job. You may think that being anti-Semitic and making those comments is fine because all the people in your life hate Jews, but if you're still representing a company in public somewhere,
they get to knock you off.
They get to fire you.
Take you down.
In other words, you're a public person. So if you do something wrong and you represent another corporation, they have the right to fire you. That's
right.
it. So it shouldn't surprise anyone, Donnelly. Sorry your company, the Vancouver fucking Canucks, believes in science and don't want you out there repping the unmasked community, especially right now.
That's right.
But that's the truth. Believe me. They'll find a Canadian Mountie who can sing on a moose on the ice.
Yeah.
They'll replace you very
easily.
easily.
Be replaced. There are plenty of other talented people in Canada.
And if you don't remember Donnelly, he was the famous idiot who skated on the ice in a tuxedo only to trip over the red carpet that they roll out for the person who's not wearing skates to drop the puck in a ceremony way.
That is a metaphor for what he is doing right now. A total lack of self-awareness.
He tripped so gloriously in this clip. Somewhere in a trailer, Tanya Harding asked, am I off the hook?
Or was I responsible for this?
But, exactly. He Vancouvered himself in the Canucks.
Period.
Basically. He fell so hard he ruined NAFTA.
He fell so hard he ruined NAMBLA.
How did he ruin
I don't know.
North American Man Boys Association. I don't know what was worse. Seeing the guy go down on the ice.
Love Association.
That's right. I don't know what was worse. Seeing the guy go down on the ice or seeing him go down wearing a tuxedo. Because what's more jarring? You see people go down on the ice all the time.
You see a guy in a cummerbund take a spill. That's pretty crazy.
Unless you're at a black tie affair with a coked up Rob Ford. May he rest in peace. One giant white piece.
Oh, he was a big man.
You don't see people fall down in tuxedos that often.
It's kind of exciting.
It's amazing.
I will say it's exciting.
Donnelly, who ironically sang at a salute to healthcare workers back in the courtyard of a senior living home back in April. So he had good intentions back in April. What happened?
What's he doing in a senior living home? Like he's probably spreading it there. That's
Maybe.
where it spreads.
But you were doing well. Okay, you had good intentions to sing and bring people's spirits up. Your epic fall on the ice, Jay, like you said, was a metaphor for what happened here. It started out great. You came into this and on the ice with such high expectations.
You were upright. You were skating around.
With purpose. There was a spring in your skates.
You were singing.
Okay, then you got distracted by something and then you fell on the ice. Now you're just hanging out at an anti-mask rally, you idiot.
On your knees. It brought you to your knees.
By the way, just hanging out at an anti-mask rally is not a fireable offense.
But to sing the anthem at it means you fully endorse what's going on.
Here's my question, Jay. Why would they need the anthem to be sung? I can't think of anything less Canadian than having an anti-mask rally. This is so not patriotic.
No, but they're saying they're the most patriotic because they believe in the country.
No.
Yes, people are trying to take the patriotic quote-unquote high road and say people who are putting out mask mandates are anti the country. I agree.
But this isn't the first time Donnelly has done something stupid like this, so the Canucks, in my opinion, should have seen it coming.
Yeah.
Donnelly has performed at a controversial gig in the past. In 2012, he sang "Oh Canada" at an anti-abortion rally in Vancouver. Oh, Canada, we choose to stand on guard for thee, even though we don't think you should have the right to make your own choices, ladies.
About your bodies.
Again, was the anti-abortion rally not allowed to start until the anthem sang? I'm just asking for the rules. We can't start this until we sing "Oh Canada."
Or when is it considered a rally? Like once the anthem is being sung?
Do they say play ball after the anthem? I don't know.
I mean, as far as they're concerned, the rally should start when they call the rally. If it's an anti-abortion rally.
When is a rally, Jay? That's a great question.
I don't know.
I think when is an anti-abortion rally in Canada a rally?
I think
it's when they start
if
gathering.
You start arguing after the
anthem,
then you're like, well, then what was going on?
We could stop this rally at that point.
Yeah,
we could kill this rally. I think Donnelly should be on roller skates at all times or blades. Oh, you should always be on a skate of some sort. Blades, probably.
Yes.
Whenever he performs the anthem, and he should be in a tuxedo. There should always be the threat that he could fall. The good news is he can use his tuxedo when he interviews for his next job.
Mm-hmm. As like a greeter.
A greeter at a Walmart. He could sing the national anthem at the Calgary Rodeo. I'm sure they don't wear masks there, and I sure as hell know that they don't perform abortions.
Well, he won't need a tuxedo for that.
He will not need a tuxedo for that.
But there's a show.
That is a show. That's how we do. We love you guys. Stay connected, stay protected, don't get infected. Wear a mask. This is not a hoax.
But we've got the jokes.
We'll see you tomorrow.
La-ti-da, la-ti-da-ti-da-ti-da, la-ti-da.